Previously on Gutter Trash.
Swear on my life.
I will take that bet.
It's the exercise bikes is what does it. Because you see the legs, you see the ass, you see the bouncy.
You cannot honestly tell me that you've played a PS3 before you played a Wii.
What's a PS3?
It's so hot right now.
I knew it was pretty Jewish.
You know, occasionally the scramble porn would unscramble.
We've all of a sudden transported back to being 15 years old.
Boom. Like that. You do admittedly have a terrible memory.
Not about that sort of thing.
Welcome to Gutter Trash, episode 30.
Wow, is it?
Yeah.
That's great.
It's, well, even though we've already done like 32 episodes up to this point.
Right.
Those don't count because, they're not about anything.
It's like one-shots, specials.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Supplementals.
Yeah. Annuals.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, even though we've done multiples. But, yeah, so this episode is as old as I am.
Wow. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, this is only
That'll
30.
never happen again.
This is 30 weeks old, though. You're 30 years old.
That's true. It feels like we've been doing this 30 years.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Nah, not really. I enjoy doing this.
Me too.
Good for you.
All right, high five. Can we do that?
Yeah, there we go.
30.
30.
Trifecta.
Yes. My name's Eric.
I'm Jason.
Yes. Oh, I don't know. Happy Memorial Day.
It is Memorial Day, almost.
Well, almost.
In a couple hours.
Yeah. It's Memorial Day weekend, so it's one big, long Memorial Day. Even though we don't do much of it.
And we had burgers and chips last night.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
We preemptively...
They weren't real burgers, though.
And we grilled inside.
Yeah.
So never mind.
Well, that's because there was a 7-piece orchestra on your porch.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think they have a name, but there's my roommate Mindy's in a band, and I don't know what that's called because she's in like a couple other bands, but I don't think this one has a name yet. But yeah, they show up with violins and oboes and whatnots.
It was a little off-putting walking in. I mean, I was not in the best mental state when I came to your house yesterday.
Few are.
Right. But, I walked in and just immediately off-put by the fact that there was a stand-up bass in the living room.
Yeah, you're like, oh no, this is going to be bad.
Hey, I used to play a stand-up bass.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was, back in 8th grade, so, yeah.
You should have just grabbed it and started wailing some Juice Priest painkiller or something.
Oh, yeah. I can't do that.
That would have been cool, though.
Oh, if I knew how to do that, sure.
Yeah.
If I knew any wicked riffs from, one of their songs.
So did you do the thing where you stand up and pick it? Or
Nope,
did you had
with
the
a
bow?
bow.
Wow, nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
Classical.
that's what this guy does, only he sits down and bows it.
See, you can't do that because the bass is big.
Well, he's a tall guy.
I'm a tall guy.
Yeah.
I was taller than that guy.
Maybe he has a sawed-off bass.
Yeah, it could be.
It's possible.
Actually, I think because I did it for school, and when we would just be in the class and not actually performing, I would sit down and play it because fuck standing up.
I know. I've been in a couple bands, and we'd always just sit around and jam, work on our songs. And then when we played shows a few times, and when we'd actually play the show, like the week before, we'd be like, wow, we better stand up and practice,
Right.
And it's completely different.
Oh yeah.
And then all of a sudden we sucked even worse.
Yeah.
Because we weren't good.
Right.
But
then now you're not good and you're tired.
And uncomfortable. Yeah.
And uncomfortable.
Yeah. I'm my straps need adjusting all the time. And
right.
It was weird because I played guitar and I had to stand up.
It's like Henry Rollins, and his spoken word stuff. He always talks about how him and the Rollins band would like practice in like a small room with no furniture and no air conditioning for like 16 hours a day.
Right.
Yeah, just so that they can, push themselves and get used to the fact that, this is what they have to do. And then you go onto a stage where there's air conditioning and, they have maybe places where they can rest a little bit. They're pretty good
and
still.
Spread their wings a little.
Right, yeah. So I guess you just gotta force yourself into unhealthy conditions.
Man, those guys were intense.
Oh, hell yeah.
I read Get in the Van and just some of the stories if they weren't made up.
Yeah. I've listened to Get in the Van.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Audio, CD, book on CD.
Tape.
Ooh. Wow. I listened to it on vinyl.
We trying to outdo each other here? I listened to it on 8-track. Fuck you.
Oh, I hired Henry Rollins to come over and read it to me. Works surprisingly cheap.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wouldn't do my movie, but what the fuck?
He would do just about any horror movie, though.
Yeah, he's only done 2.
Has he? Feast
Maybe.
and...
Feast and Wrong Turn 2.
Wrong Turn 2. He was Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Uncredited.
Yeah. Alright, but anyway, fuck you for bad-mouthing him and his horror movies, because both of those movies are fucking great.
I've only seen one of them, and that was really good. It was the one in the bar. That's Feast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was really good.
Wrong Turn 2, also incredibly good.
I have to say, wait a minute. The first one was the one I didn't like. I think I did see the first one. There's like a couple of hill jacks chasing people.
Yeah. That's pretty much what this movie is, but it's got Henry Rollins.
Yeah, okay. It sounds better already. I'm in.
Alright. Maybe, I still haven't seen Feast 2.
Oh, you haven't?
Had it for 7 months now.
Feast 1 has Henry Rollins.
Feast 1 has Henry Rollins, but like the movie was so good anyway that, I'm a devoted fan, so once Feast 2 came out on DVD, I bought it, and Feast 3, I haven't bought it yet, but that's because I haven't really watched Feast 2 yet.
Right.
But I probably will buy it anyway.
Wow.
Because I'm a nerd.
I've heard that about you.
Yeah, I've heard that about you.
Unsubstantiated, but...
Oh, it's substantiated.
Substance abound.
Yeah, even though other nerds piss me off, and I hate them.
I sort of feel a kinship for nerds of all creeds and...
I do, except for when they get bitchy about retarded shit.
Oh, like internet nerds?
Internet nerds, like, oh man, like today, because I've been doing stuff online all day.
Yeah.
But,
legal stuff.
Legal. Completely legal. But,
that was a close one.
Yeah.
Almost leaked it out that you burn all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. But while I was doing that thing, I was online to kill time because the other stuff took a long time to process.
Right.
So I was like going to like comic book message boards and like IMDb and oh man, just getting angrier and angrier with every comment I read, and just why am I doing this to myself? Why am I reading this shit?
Yeah. It's like you're an addict. You're like, it kills me, but I must do it.
Yeah, I don't get it. And like Terminator, we saw Terminator this past weekend.
Salvation.
And like as soon as the movie was over, there was just like a gaggle of nerds surrounding us that just started bitching almost as soon as the credits started.
Some of them were our friends.
Some of them are friends. And I was like, I gotta go. I gotta go. I can't be here for this.
I don't blame you.
Because, short story short, I liked the movie. Apparently they didn't.
Yeah, it was decent.
Yeah.
I'd say it's not the best or worst Terminator movie, but it was definitely enjoyable.
Yeah, I would, yeah. I think the first two are still amazing movies.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen the third, so.
The third one I didn't really like. The second one's one of my favorite action movies.
It's a great movie. I still like the first one better, though.
Well, Bill Paxton. He's awesome.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah, he's in the first one. He's one of the punks.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's fucking right. I knew that, too.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Paxton Trivia Hour. That's what we should do. We were trying to think of
gimmick.
Not a skit or a gimmick, but like something that have on the show that so people won't go to
hook.
sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody's bored off their ass when they listen to it.
Yeah,
have a Bill Paxton Trivia Hour.
There we go. we'll make this into 3 segments,
and
we'll do our review, and then we'll take a little break, and we'll come back for Bill Paxton trivia.
Ooh.
And then
and
then eventually, hopefully, we can build it up so that we can get Bill Paxton to be a guest.
Yeah, maybe we could even have
but not to talk about Bill Paxton,
right?
Just to bullshit with us.
Oh yeah. Like to see if he's,
awesome.
Read Paul gets a fishing job, or Paul goes fishing, or just ask him if he's read any good comics. Paul goes fishing. That's a Michelle Rebegliati. I was going to pick it for one of our books, but I never did.
Oh, is that the one that you had the screener of it or whatever, the advanced copy of black and white?
No, that was something different. That was different.
Yeah. You could still pick that book at some point.
Yeah, well, when we have Bill on. Yeah.
Well, right.
Okay. I'll save it, Bill, for whenever you're coming on.
How awesome would that be if we got Bill Paxton?
Does he live around here or something?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like,
as far as I know, he may.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Yeah.
He's Bill fucking Paxton.
He may be sleeping on the floor upstairs. Everybody else is.
That's true. Or he may be getting blowjobs in the other neighbor's apartment.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Did you tell that story?
I haven't told it here.
Okay.
I told you in person.
What are you talking about, blowjobs? That's a good story.
Yeah. I have neighbors who... well, these are not my other neighbors, the ones I've bitched about numerous times on the show.
Right. How can you bitch about these neighbors?
No. But across the alleyway, there's a dentist's office, and next to him there's an apartment that's been empty for a decade.
And it's like 10 feet away. Yeah.
My kitchen looks into their kitchen.
Yeah. You could if you both reached out your window, you could pass the salt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so one day I was eating dinner and got up to throw away some trash and then put away my dishes, and just happened to notice that their light in the kitchen was on because it shines directly into mine.
Right.
And she was giving her boyfriend, husband, whatever, a blowjob right in the middle of their kitchen.
With the lights on.
With the lights on.
And no curtains open.
No curtains. And I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
This is also not an attractive couple at all.
All right. That's even cooler.
Yeah. She's kind of short and dumpy.
Aw. See, there's someone for everyone.
And he's all... white trashy Slayer fan
because
he was wearing a Slayer t-shirt.
Oh wow, that's so cool. You know, in his mind too, he's like Angel of Death. He's just like humming along. Yeah, that's amazing. So you haven't seen them after that?
Right.
Have you?
No, I have not seen them since.
I was wondering if maybe you're taking out the trash and he walks out and then he gives you this knowing look hey. No. like he knows like they do that on purpose everywhere they move.
Maybe, I don't know, but I have not seen them since
the free show.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yeah, that's an image you can't unforget.
Yeah. I know. I can't even get it out of my mind. I haven't even seen it.
Yeah. But no, I don't think I've seen them there since that day. That was last week sometime.
That's amazing.
Monday, Sunday, something like that.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that with my neighbors.
Yeah.
I've heard them, but never seen them.
No. Yeah.
So yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
We never did announce what we're talking about.
No, I think we've been talking for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Now, too. I guess we should probably get into this.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna again, full disclosure. You're kind of friends with this guy.
Well, not really.
You're not friends. You don't hang out.
Yeah.
But you're like pen pals. You're pen buds.
We've written every once in a while.
Comrades.
Yeah. I don't want to make it sound like we're buddies or
no,
because
I don't want to overstate that either.
Right.
Yeah, but
we're talking about Jeffrey Brown,
right.
Comic artist, and I've written to him a couple times because he's one of my favorite comics artists. He's just got he's got his shit together where he can do funny and he can do sad and he can do everything that I like in comics. He sort of has this range, this gamut that he does.
Yeah.
And so I've written to him before and been like, hey,
And every time you do, he writes back.
Yeah, he always writes back. Yeah. He's a nice guy.
Not only does he write back, he sends you a postcard with a little cartoon that he drew on it.
It's pretty cool.
That's fucking awesome.
And the best part is, like, if I send him something of mine, you can tell he reads it and he's encouraging. Like he'll say what he liked about it or whatever. And I think a lot of people that are trying to be comics artists like you and I, like we have day jobs and we're just doing mini comics for fun, but we both sort of secretly hope to do something with it.
Yeah.
It's nice to have encouragement from someone who is doing it.
Yeah.
And he's like the only one that I've ever like had write me and be like, hey, like I've sent my comics to a few people and like one of them was like, that's weird. Like that was his I think like Bob Burden, I sent him one years ago, and like this
was it Francis?
It was Francis, the pumpkin maggot.
That's probably not the best to send to anyone.
Right? Yeah, that one's a little odd, but
yeah.
But he was like bizarre, unsettling. That's what he said.
And that describes it perfectly.
And that was like the nicest thing he could say, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. We're not pals by any stretch of the means, but
there is a relationship there.
Right.
Like just, I mean, he knows your name.
He knows I exist.
He knows where you live.
Right.
You have met him in person at least once
at a comic show. And I was that guy. I was like, I like your comics.
Yeah, but but still, there was also the sort of you two have been writing to each other, and I mean, you're making it sound like, oh, I write him occasionally.
Well, yeah,
but it's regular enough that I can bring this up like it's an issue.
Yeah, that's true. I just feel weird because I don't want anyone to be like, oh, he's pretending as if he's friends with Jeffrey Brown.
No,
because I'm not.
Yeah, you're not friends.
We're not pals.
You haven't hung out together ever, and neither of you have bought anyone a drink. And I'm sure he's maybe bought someone a drink that he knows.
Oh yeah,
and you've bought drinks for people you know.
I bought you a drink.
Yeah, but you've not bought drinks for each other.
Right,
is what I was trying to say.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know.
But yeah, so nice bottom line, nice guy.
Nice guy.
Very encouraging of small artists. I'm sure he does that for. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but
probably,
but he's a really cool,
really
like kind of down to earth artist, and
Yeah.
That sort of helps when you read his books to sort of know that he's not some asshole that's just like...
Right.
I mean, he's just a dude, and he's making comics, and he's a nice guy.
So I wanted to put that out there because if you've listened to previous episodes, you'll know that I can occasionally fly off the handle.
What?
David Heatley. But
and I know you're not a big fan of autobio usually.
No, I'm not. But I'm. What we are going to talk about today is Incredible Change Bots by Jeffrey Brown, and the opinions that I express about it are not pulled back because you two have had communication with each other.
Right. Okay.
Like I'm actually going to say what I honestly think about the book and about his work, and I'm not going to be, ooh, I gotta.
Right.
Pull my punches because
Jason will get pissy and he'll fly.
Right.
He'll run out of here and
then Jeffrey Brown will write to him and say, "What the fuck is with your douchebag partner?"
I'm like, I'm not friends with him anymore.
Yeah,
I don't even do that show anymore.
Yeah,
I've got my own podcast called Jeffrey Brown is Awesome. Every day I review a Jeffrey Brown book.
So it's a short-lived podcast.
Yeah, because there's like 20, 50.
Yeah.
He's got a lot, but
you could get like a couple months worth out of it.
Yeah. Which is probably what we should have done with this show.
Right.
We moved on with our lives. Just kidding.
Yeah. But so just because you two have had communication with each other, you know each other's names. Whatever I'm going to say about this book is not censored in any way because of that relationship.
Awesome.
That you
So you
kind of sort of have with him.
So you're gonna drop the F-bomb?
I'm gonna drop the F-bomb.
Right.
I fucking love this book.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Sweet.
And I'm not saying that to be on your side to kiss his ass or whatever.
That wasn't the first thing you read by him, though, was it?
I
think you read Cat Getting Out of the Bag.
I read Cat Getting Out of the Bag, which is I bought that for my mom for a birthday present.
That's funny. Well, here's how cheap I am. I didn't buy one for my mom, but I did loan it to her. It's like, you can read it, but you have to give it back.
Really?
Yeah. Well, occasionally I take her a comic that I think she would like.
Okay.
I took her the Beetle Bailey collection, like the 50s stuff that I got, and she liked that. And she's a cat lady. I mean, not like creepy cat lady where she has dozens of cats.
But she likes cats.
She where they don't know their names. Yeah, she has a cat, and so she liked it. She related to it.
But yeah, I mean, I liked Cat Getting Out of the Bag. It was cute. It's definitely for cat people.
Right.
But I don't think I would count that as being like part of the Jeffrey Brown experience anyway.
Well, kind of.
I mean, kind of is, but it's
different.
It's
way different.
Right.
But that's what I was saying earlier. Like, that's one thing I respect about him. It's like I'm a big Mike Patton fan,
right? And
he does like these weird like romance albums, and he does like crazy experimental soundtracks, and he'll do like metal and I love it when an artist can do more than one genre
and be versatile
and do it well. Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is okay. Cat Getting Out of the Bag, not a narrative. It's just sort of vignettes about his cat,
right.
or a cat.
Right.
Incredible Changebots is an actual story.
Yeah. It's a long one too. I mean, for him, like when he does comedy stuff, it's usually like 1 to 3 page kind of things.
Uh-huh.
And I was really surprised when I saw this in previews. I was like, wow, it's like, I forget how many pages it is. It's got to be like 100 pages though.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. It's a square bound book.
Yeah.
Trade paperback thick.
But yeah, it's small, like almost
pocket sized.
Pockets, like, I don't know, what is it? 4x6 or something? 5x7. Manga-ish.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's. I'm glad that you chose one of his fictional stories for the show instead of one of his autobiographical stuff.
Well, it's funny. I was gonna choose. He has an autobiographical book that it actually came out already. It came out in I think it was supposed to come out at the end of March, but I'm pretty sure it was delayed a couple weeks. We still haven't got ours because Diamond is awesome, and I've mentioned from time to time I work at a comic shop, and we're serviced out of the Memphis hub, and that's one of their main hubs for the Midwest. And for whatever reason, they won't tell me because I've actually called them and like, hey, this book's like a month late. Is it ever coming out? And they said that they've had it and they've sent it out, but that hub didn't have it yet for some reason, and they're just now getting them inventoried, and they're going to send them out in June, they said. So I don't know what's wrong with Diamond. But originally that's what I was going to choose. And
I know you've been wanting to choose that for the past 3 months or whatever.
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. It's coming up. I'll pick that.
Like, yeah, got this Jeffrey Brown comic coming up. I'm going to pick it when it comes out.
Yeah.
It hasn't come out yet.
So I just picked Hulk Thing or whatever.
Right, yeah. Star Trek Dead of Honor.
So maybe it's yeah. Oh, never mind. I don't want to go to that. That guy actually came in and he's like, so what'd you think of the book? I was like, I'm really busy right now because I don't like to lie or be rude.
Right.
But
also filing police reports.
Yeah, it's too.
We'll talk about that later.
It's true.
We probably can't. But anyway,
fuck it. I don't care.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. Jeffrey Brown books.
Oh comics. Yeah. So yeah. So maybe it's like serendipitous or whatever that it was running late because maybe this would be something. This would make you appreciate his other stuff more, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Right.
All I know is that my thing. Notice what we have barely talked about the book yet. But,
right.
My thing with autobiographical books are that and this is no offense to the people who do them,
especially me,
especially you, because you're guilty of this.
Right.
A lot of the times they're just not interesting.
Yeah.
Like,
right.
you know, I just cannot find myself giving a shit about you and your life.
And now you're speaking directly to me.
I'm speaking directly to you.
No, I know what you mean. There's one of my favorite comics is called "You Don't Get There From Here."
Right.
It's by Carrie McLynch, and it's literally just a diary strip of whatever she did that day,
right?
Including like I ate a burrito or I went to the library.
Yeah.
And you know, like in my mind, I'm like that shouldn't be interesting to me.
Right.
But for some reason, maybe it's a voyeuristic kind of thing that I appreciate. I really like slices of life kind of stuff, even if nothing's going on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know you're pseudo friends with Carrie as well.
Although I've never met her. Never met her.
You communicate regularly.
Yeah.
Yeah. People aren't that interesting. I mean, maybe this is just where the cold, detached, emotionless, burgeoning serial killer in me is coming from.
The Albert Fish.
Yeah, like I can't find myself giving a shit enough about a person to want to read about the shit that they do every day, especially that kind of stuff. But I don't want to be completely against autobiographical comics because I love Blankets. Blankets is probably one of the best comics I've ever read.
Tech Jensen. I like Tech Jensen.
The Shiniest Jewel, which we reviewed in episode 4. I also loved it. And the thing with those is two stories, which are probably the only two I've read. But there's something going with them, that doesn't happen to everyday people.
Like a major life event.
Right.
That's happening.
Or there's some sort of major overall struggle and complexity with it. Like with Blankets, it's all about him, struggling with religion and art and stuff like that, and with the Shiniest Jewel, her struggle trying to get a child, and with dealing with family life and stuff like that.
Right.
And it's stuff that I think is more unique to them than to you.
But I mean, that's the kind of thing that a lot of people can relate to, and that's why they like. That's one reason I like autobiographical stuff, is because you can relate to that and you can sort of see a different perspective on situations.
It's all right to relate to things, but I mean, obviously, in any storytelling, be it
even
Terminator
sci-fi.
Salvation,
Right.
or Funny Misshapen Body,
right.
And everything in between, that you want to relate to the main character, be it fictional Christian Bale or real Jeffrey Brown.
Right. Yeah, even if you haven't shared the experience, you want something
there that's common, at
right,
least, and not the rapper who was in Terminator Salvation.
and ironically in Funny Misshapen Body.
Really?
Common,
Wow.
yeah, Common. He hangs out with Jeffrey Brown all the time.
Oh, sweet.
He's not as good of friends as me and Jeffrey Brown.
Of course not.
But anyway.
But ironically, you and Common are actually really
tight.
Yeah,
roommates, actually.
Yeah.
And we're in a metal band called Common and Jason.
Nice.
Not very clever.
No, not very original.
But, and I pushed for Jason and Common, but...
Well, he is the bigger name in the marquee.
Yeah.
He's had an album.
Yeah, that's true.
That sold.
I was going to say, I'm on an album, but it didn't sell.
Yeah, I had to justify that. What the fuck was I talking about?
Common, oh, yeah, relating to people.
Relating to people, yeah. And I mean, you always want to relate to who's the main character of whatever you're experiencing. But I don't want to see that guy going down the street to buy a newspaper.
Right.
I want to see that guy do something incredibly unique to his worldview.
I'll give you that, because I remember probably the first autobiographical thing I ever read was probably a Chester Brown book. My brother was a big Chester Brown fan, and he's older than me, and he loaned me that.
Right.
But immediately after that, he was like, "Yeah, you like this? Check out." He's like, "Check out American Splendor," and I was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I was just about to bring this up. Yeah, go ahead.
Some of that stuff, literally, I read a couple stories, and I was like, "Okay, he's buying gas.
Right, yeah.
He looks in his wallet. Now he's driving away, and that's the end of the story.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, eventually I got to where I appreciate stuff like that. Like, if there's some sort of, just like a mood or whatever presented. Mm-hmm. But I can see how that would be kind of off-putting because of that. I experienced that myself,
right.
Where I was like, what the fuck? Why would you even make a comic out of this?
Right. And using American Splendor, there are those stories where it's just, he moved a couch today, and he's a curmudgeon about it. Oh, wacky Harvey. But then you get something with, like, My Cancer Here, which is, like, a unique experience that he had, and he put it into comic form, and then it becomes something better.
Right, even
and then once he sort of reached that sort of neurotic fame that he has, like appearing on David Letterman and becoming pseudo-famous
through the movie, and
then, just like him in general,
right.
and stuff like that. The stories that he does post that stuff, because in one way or another it kind of ties into that, and it becomes a unique experience.
I agree. The stuff like the Vertigo American Splendors, where he's taking out trash, are way more interesting than the ones like from the 80s.
Right.
Just because, in the 80s he's just
a guy
taking out the trash,
and today he's Harvey Picar.
Right. And that is weird because, he is the same guy. He's just more people know about him. More people know who he is. But it sort of lends a different viewpoint to peering into his life.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, he's famous, but he's still just taking out the trash.
Right. It's sort of like if like Brad Pitt started doing an autobiographical comic.
I would buy that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking Brad Pitt.
But I would buy, like, if it, I'd buy anybody named Brad that does an autobiographical comic. I would buy.
Really?
Yeah. That's usually...
that's right, because you're that guy.
I know, I am that guy. Usually at the small press shows, that's what I look for, is, like, the autobiographical stuff. Right. Even if it, like, doesn't look particularly well drawn or whatever, I think I'm just voyeuristic by nature.
Right.
Which makes me really interested in just camping out in your kitchen for, like, a week and watching whatever goes on next door.
Do you want me to call you the next time?
Do they last that long that I could actually drive over?
No.
Well, I was going to say.
But, like, if it's, like, around 8 o'clock and you're just getting off work?
Yeah.
Come on by.
I'm getting off, and he's getting off, everybody's getting off.
Well, no, I'm not, because too many other people are.
Yeah.
I need my privacy.
So, Incredible Change.
Bots. Let's actually talk about that thing.
Yeah, it had been almost 2 years since I'd read it, so I wanted to reread it. And I just reread it today.
It's been about a week since I read it, and I forgot quite a bit of it, but that's because I read like 6 other things in between. But I was kind of afraid that I wasn't going to like it.
Yeah.
But within like 3 pages or whatever, I was already laughing out loud, and like I was like, okay, I'm gonna dig this.
Right. Yeah, it's just fun.
Yeah. I actually have to say my favorite part of it is the end of it, the back page where it says about the author.
Yeah.
And it has Jeffrey Brown, like, all compacted.
Right.
And he transforms into Jeffrey Brown.
It even makes the, like, changing
the
Transformers noise.
Oh, man.
He's got all the sound effects down.
He's got all the sound effects, and I think that
lasers.
was a huge part of my enjoyment of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because, all the lasers go, Pchew, Pchew, Pchew,
pew, pew.
Yeah. And Krasow.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really funny. I mean, especially if you grew up, like, playing with the Transformers.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of this actually reads more to me like...
it's like a kid.
Yeah.
Doing his own Transformers thing.
Right.
Playing with the toys.
Yeah, it's like the battle, because there was one scene I remember where... I forget their names. I think I wrote them down. I just always have a little thing of notes that I never look at.
Yeah. I remember Balls, and I remember Big Rig.
Yeah.
And Shootertron.
Shootertron. I think it was Racy.
Okay.
But yeah, Racy, the like Starscreamish kind of character. He's trying to he's shooting at Rusty, and Rusty's arm is stuck, and he's like, "Oh, wait, you jerk! I can't transform. Hold on, time out." And that reminds me of, like, when you're kids, and, like, you have, like, the one guy in your hand, and you've got him like up in the air for some reason, and your friend's like, no, he can't fly, or like you're trying to transform your character to chase somebody, and your friend's running away, and you're like, hold on, I got to transform Optimus. Yeah, and it reminds me of actually playing with the toys. Like I think he even does that in the book Big Rig. He's like, hold on, my trailer hasn't set up yet.
That was one of my favorite parts in the book. Because, every time as a kid, when you had Optimus Prime, you're like, what the hell do I do with this trailer? Yeah. Because it's not useful. Yeah. But, like, it's there.
Yeah, like, on the show, it always just kind of, like, when he transformed, it would just kind of fade into the background. Yeah. And then when you have the toy, and you're like, well, it's got all this cool stuff, like the roller and this, like, weird spaceship thing with a satellite and an arm. But, yeah, so that, it kind of reminds me a lot of playing with toys. And it kind of reminds me of the stuff from Mad Magazine where they do movie parodies. Yeah. But it just kind of goes on and on. Yeah, yeah. But not like in a way where you're like, Jesus, when will this end? But just like it builds an actual story.
It just keeps building on the joke and the story at the same time. Yeah. Because it gets more ridiculous as it keeps going, but it's never stale. It never gets old. Right. And they're still telling this. He is still telling the story.
And it kind of turns into a soap opera. There's like drama, and there's a very Jeffrey Brown line, like because he's done a lot of like kind of heartbreak kind of romance comics, and where was it? Honky Tonk. He says, "I may be indestructible, but my heart is not." Yeah. And I was like, that's so Jeffrey Brown. That's
because his girlfriend Siren defected to the Fantasticons. That's right. There's the Awesome Bots and the Fantasticons.
Yeah. And they're from
Electrono Cyber Circuitron.
Wow, very good.
Wow,
yeah. I'm surprised.
I remembered it and was able to pronounce it.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have remembered it either. I read it over and over today, and I was like, I gotta remember the name of this fucking planet.
Yeah. Well, he came over and brought over the book, and I had to look through it again because I'd forgotten some of it, and I just started saying the name like over and over and over again.
Like chanting it.
Yeah. Trying to drill it into my head.
So, it's a really fun book.
Yeah, it's just fun, fast-paced, witty. The art is... Jeffrey Brown's not the most amazing artist on the face of the planet, but he's really good at what he does.
Right.
And...
he's a great storyteller.
He is an incredible storyteller. And I don't... Because I've never really read any of his other stuff. Is any of his other stuff in color?
No, no. This is I think The Escapist and maybe like a short story or two in an anthology, but but yeah, most of the stuff's black and white. So and this is like a marker.
Yeah, that's what I was going to point out.
I'm sorry.
No,
step on your line.
It's fine. You fucking son of a bitch. You asscock.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
Like, that's a great shot there.
Yeah.
Where Ivy's announcing that Arsenal's dead. Yeah. I think for the first time or second time, I forget. Because he dies twice.
I think that's the first time.
Yeah.
Because, what's the guy's name? Monkey Wrench?
Yeah, the human.
Yeah.
And Jimmy Jr.
Jimmy Jr., yeah.
It's such a, you could read this if you have no idea what a Transformer or a GoBot is, but it's just so much extra. It's like anybody that grew up in that time period with those cartoons and those toys can, I dare you to not laugh out loud when you read this.
Right. But yeah, I was going to point out the colors and how they're done, in marker. And I just think that's awesome, and it's an awesome look.
Yeah, it's different, very different.
Yeah, you don't see that a lot in comics, and it's very unique and really, really just suits his art style and the story at the same time.
Well, you know what's crazy about that, too? Is whenever this first came out, I went to a comic show, and I was looking at his table, because he was there, and he had original art from this, and this is actual size, the original art. Yeah. And he had them all in a book where you could flip through it, you could just kind of read it. Yeah. But I was like, wow, that is so small. And that's what kind of made me want to start drawing smaller. Right. Because, for the convenience of, printing it and everything. I had no idea that anyone drew that small. Uh-oh. Well, you disagree with the printing?
No. I just,
Like the scanning and all that aspect?
I just prefer the normal size.
Like tightening it up?
Yeah. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But I hardly ever do comics, so who gives a shit?
I give a shit, sir. I like your comics.
Well, I haven't done it, so... You're a liar.
That's not true.
You are a liar.
We've done one together this year.
That's right. Well, technically it was last year, but whatever.
Yeah.
Fucking art shows never happening. Fuck them all.
Fuck them all. Which mall?
What?
So
Fuck them all?
Yeah, the mall.
The mall. The Fairfield Mall.
We should mention, too, there's
not Fairfield Commons, the one in Fairfield, Ohio.
Fairfield, Ohio, right.
Yeah.
Cincinnati.
Yeah. Anyway.
Changeabouts Fan Club.
Yeah. I thought that was a joke at first.
Yeah. I swear I did, too, when I first saw it. I was like, oh, that's funny.
But then I found online that, no, it's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You send them like $20 and you get a membership card, a hand-drawn card featuring the changeabot of your choice.
Yeah.
Which, that's pretty cool. And exclusive mini-comic.
Yeah. I guess he's renewed the membership for people who want to join up again. But like very limited amount of memberships available.
Right.
But I guess he's added new stuff too.
And that's probably why I'm guessing maybe he made up some stuff and like membership cards and things, and maybe not enough people signed up, because I think a lot of people did think like, oh, that's funny.
Right.
They didn't know that he was like serious. Yeah, he really did that. Yeah.
It's really cool that he did do that.
The fan club thing.
Yeah.
I was a member of, when I was like 15, I signed up for the Tick Mystic Order of Arachnid Vigilance. And I even like they sent me something and I decoded this message, and I moved up one rank to Cog. Nice. Yeah.
The only fan club I've ever been a member of is the Fiend Club.
Oh yeah.
The Misfits. Yeah. Of course, this was when they were barely the Misfits, but still.
There was one roadie who was an original roadie. The rest were all new members.
Well, Jerry.
Yeah. Jerry.
Crazy little Jerry. I do have a magnet, though.
Oh? Yeah. A fan club magnet? Fiend Club magnet.
And I got a copy of Evil Live 2.
Oh, that's cool. CD?
Yeah. With Graves doing classic Misfits songs.
Oh, that's pretty neat. Yeah. I like the Michael Graves.
As do I. I don't know why I said it that way.
So we don't need to talk about the story, right?
No, it's
a Transformers parody.
Yeah, that's all you need.
I mean, go see the Transformers movie that comes out real soon.
Yeah, or not, I won't.
Or not. And then buy this book and...
Or see the original Transformers movie. And by that I mean the one with Leonard Nimoy
and the Weird Al song.
And the Weird Al song, yeah.
I honestly would much rather see the cartoon movie than the new movie.
I liked the first Transformers movie, the Michael Bay Transformers movie. So, like, based on that alone, I was like, all right, I'll go see Transformers 2, Revenge of the Fallen, or whatever the fuck it's called. Saw the trailer. I think I saw it for the first time during Star Trek.
Yeah.
And it played again during Terminator. Not seeing it.
Yeah.
It looks fucking awful. Looks goddamn terrible.
See, it's weird. I thought it looked better than the first one.
Oh, man.
But I really didn't pay attention to the first one. I sort of, like, mostly listened to it.
Yeah.
I was, like, doing sketchbook stuff whenever I was watching it. I kept peeking up and watching the action, but I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was okay.
I just thought it was a fun action movie. A little hard to watch at times just because Michael Bay has never heard of the wide shot or anything like that. But, whatever. But yeah, this new one just looks goddamn awful. And it doesn't help that, first thing you see in the trailer is a shot of Megan Fox's ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like... And yeah, I know she's supposed to be hot. But she's definitely not to me. And
she's very, like, Hollywood mall hot.
Yeah.
Just kind of not attractive, just...
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah. But, Yeah, and knowing Michael Bay, figuring that's probably all that movie's going to be about is
explosions,
and
shaky action,
and ass shots.
Megan Fox's ass.
Yeah, which usually is okay, but I don't want to.
I bet it'll be entertaining. I'm sure it'll be entertaining.
I don't know. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm not excited about it.
Yeah. I'm gonna rush out to see Bruno though.
Oh heck yeah! Hilarious looking.
No,
it looked. I swear there was a big crop of turd trailers in front of our Terminator experience.
Yeah, and everyone loved them, except for Inglourious Bastards.
Yeah,
everyone hated that one,
including me.
Well, yeah, especially you. But I seriously heard someone say, "What the fuck?"
Yeah. It just looks really boring. It doesn't look good or bad. It just looks like whatever.
That's what I've heard from the reviews so far. I guess it premiered at Cannes, and they just say it's sort of there. It doesn't really do anything. It's a movie.
Yeah. There's actors in it.
Yeah. Some moving in it.
Moving pictures.
Yeah, moving pictures. Yeah.
Like the Rush album.
Yes.
Only not as good.
I guess I've never not a huge Rush fan.
Not a huge fan, but
yeah.
I like them. Yeah. Good stuff.
All right. You got any more to say about this book?
It's good. Yeah, nothing else really. Other than I'm glad you liked it, and maybe I'll make you read when we finally do get Funny Misshapen Body. I'll loan it to you. I mean, maybe we won't do a show about it since it'll be like 2 weeks from now or whatever.
Right.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'll borrow it from you. I'll check it out.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think that's about it.
Right. It's a real fun.
Seems like there was something else I was going to say. I think I just wanted to say something about the artwork, like the size of the pages. That just kind of freaked me out. I swear, because I mean they're literally.
You've already mentioned this.
Literally like a fourth of the size.
I've already mentioned this.
But I mean, just like I was trying to.
I've already talked about
this. Just so the listener realizes.
Already talked about this.
Seriously, like a fourth of the size of what I was used to seeing as like a original art page, and it was the first time I'd seen anything like that, and it just kind of hit me a little harder than
Are you done repeating yourself yet?
I'm just trying to get across that it really did like change like what I thought about original art.
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, I collect original art and I draw stuff, so I have my own original art.
You draw your own original art.
Yeah, I draw my own. It's weird that I do that, but I do. And so it just like this book for me was the specific book that sort of changed my view on original art.
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, that was kind of neat.
I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, I enjoyed the book. It's really fun, funny, and glad you picked it.
Yeah, sweet. All right.
Let's take a break.
Yes, sir.
Break.
Wish we had more beer.
Sorry, I yelled. I'm getting myself a Pepsi because I am parched.
Oh yeah. Still don't know what I was waiting for, and my time was running wild, a million dead-end streets, and every time I thought I got it made, it seemed the taste was not so sweet. So I turned myself to face me, but I've never caught a glimpse how the others must see the faker. I'm much too fast to take that test. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. Don't wanna be a richer man. Changes. Turn and face the strain. Changes. It's gonna have to be a different man. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. Yeah. I watch the ripples change the size, but never leave the stream of warm and permanent sand. So the days float through my eyes, but still the days seem the same. And these children that juice hit on as they try to change their worlds, are immune to your consultations. They're quite aware of what they're going through. Changes. Turn and face the strange. Changes. Don't tell them to grow up out of it. Changes. Turn and face the strange. Changes. Where's the shame you've left us up to our next event? Time may change me. You can't trace time. Strange fascination fascinating me. Our changes are taking the pace I'm going through. Changes. Turn and face the strange. Changes. Ooh, look out, you rock and rollers. Changes. Turn and face the strange. Changes. Pretty soon now you're gonna get older. Time may change me, but I can't trace time. I said that time may change me, but I can't trace time.
Hey-oo.
How's
Hey.
that Pepsi?
Pepsi's good.
Is that-
Refreshing.
Is that Pepsi 1?
It is no, just Diet Pepsi.
Diet Pepsi.
Yes. 0 calories, carbs, or
Ooh.
sugar.
I love the new Pepsi design. Like
The throwback?
the throwback, the retro.
Or just this?
Oh no, all of it. Like
Okay, yeah,
I
yeah.
love the billboards. I love the actual font that says Pepsi Cola on the
This?
Oh no, the one that's on. Well,
The
that
throwback.
that one's cool too. What's the throwback?
The throwback is it's made with all natural sugar.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And not the, well, this doesn't have it, but it's like, fuck.
It's like cane sugar or something.
Yeah, pure cane sugar.
And it's like the one with the dark blue label. It just says Pepsi Cola.
Yeah, and like the scripty font.
Yeah, I like what they're doing. Like I don't drink Pepsi, and I usually don't really care about, like marketing campaigns.
You
But it
should
looks-
if you're pretending to be an artist.
It
Going
looks
to school
cool
for
though.
this stuff.
I just
People
want.
are asking you to design logos. You should probably pay attention to logos.
I like logos, but I just don't want to. I don't know. I don't really care so much about like soda pop logos.
Shouldn't matter what it is.
That's what I'm saying. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
Usually they don't. Usually they just look kind of like.
I will say, I know apparently there are haters of this, but those
Right.
are probably just internet fags. When Pepsi switched over to like the current design, like the can I'm holding right now, with like the weird sort of round, thin font, and like the redesign of the Pepsi
Icon or whatever.
icon, yeah, I love them.
Mhm.
Just like every down the line from Diet Pepsi, regular Pepsi, whatever.
Yeah, it's just
And-
good design.
Yeah, and Sierra Mist has like a new design, which is sort of a variation on this, and
I haven't seen that.
Mountain Dew, their design is all crazy, jaggedy stuff. I'm not. A
Well,
huge fan
they're
of
trying to
it.
appeal to the NASCAR crowd.
Yeah, well, I like Mountain Dew myself personally,
Well, you're a closet NASCAR fan.
but that's true. I did watch the Indy race today.
Go Alan Quickie.
The Indy 500.
Is that today?
Yeah, that was today.
Really? Where did they do that at?
Indianapolis.
Really?
Yeah.
It's ironic.
What's really weird is that totally raced by Indy comic artists.
Wow.
That's why they call it the Indy 500. Not because of where it's located.
James Kachalka's driving.
Yeah, he
head-
won.
Well, that's great. I'll read about that on American Elf
Jeffrey
tomorrow.
Brown, however, we just reviewed his book. However, he crashed
Didn't do
in the
it.
first lap.
Didn't do well.
Yeah,
Oh.
he had to go to the hospital.
Oh man, that sucks.
I sent him some condolences.
Maybe we'll do an autobio book about it.
And that would be awesome to read.
Yeah, I would check it out.
But no, yeah, like but then the Pepsi, they're doing the throwback, which is the It's made with pure natural sugar and not the high fructose corn syrup that they've been using since forever.
Sprinkled with like whatever preservatives that make you go monkey crazy.
Right. So like they have like this retro 60s, 70s logo, which is awesome. And their Mountain Dew is like the same thing. They have Mountain Dew throwback, and they were using like the logo that they had from the 60s.
Oh, so those are their original logo, or
Yeah.
the actual logo?
Yeah,
Oh, that's neat. I thought they just looked old.
No, they're just the old ones, just slightly modernized.
Very cool. Thank you, Pepsi.
Thank you, Pepsi. Man,
Oh boy.
I want them to be a sponsor.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be some money. Or loot cakes, as the kids say.
Loot cakes.
Yeah.
Okay. But no, like like seriously, like when we're not drinking beer, like I'm drinking Pepsi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm drinking water.
Yeah. Well,
Tap water.
well.
If
Unfortunately,
if we could get sponsored by tap water.
well, Pepsi has their own brand of water.
Do they?
Yes.
Dasani?
It's either Dasani or Aquafina. I can't remember
I
which
hope
one.
I get that right, or we might not get that sponsorship.
Well, that's why I said both.
Mm.
That way, we're slightly ignorant. Pepsi should teach us which water is their brand.
By sending us cases after case of them.
Yes.
And we'll talk about it on the show.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
I remember once I lived in this house in East Dayton, and we were having a band play there. And this is kind of surreal, but I was standing on the front porch, and this is in a cul-de-sac. Like you turn down the street's a dead end, no outlet.
I know what a cul-de-sac is, yes.
But so this giant delivery truck, like a soda pop delivery truck, comes pulling down our street, and I was like, "What the hell?" And this is like at 10:30 at night.
Yeah.
And it was for Josta Cola. Do you remember Josta?
Not really. No.
It was like a kind of like a wild berry-ish, Dr. Pepper-ish kind of.
Okay.
And this truck, stops and like air brakes and all, like.
Yeah. Right.
And the guy gets out and he's like, "Hey, do you guys want a bunch of free soda?" And we were like, I was like, yeah. And apparently they were in town to do some sort of promotion for some sort of, I don't know if it was a sporting event or what, but some big event that got canceled.
Uh-huh.
And so they pulled through this warehouse beer drive-through, because Dayton, Ohio, I don't know if anyone out there doesn't know, there's a lot of drive-thrus in Dayton where you just pick up beer and cigarettes or whatever, which they're not in all parts of the country, I found out.
Yeah, I had an ex-girlfriend from Las Vegas, and when she found out that we had places like that,
Yeah.
it blew her mind.
Yeah, like you can just drive through and get beer. And
Yeah.
Wow.
It's awesome.
It is pretty
If
cool.
you're a fucked up frat boy alcoholic.
Yes, which Dayton is full of that.
Yeah. And also, all employees at these places, assholes.
Oh, not all.
Yes, all of them. You have been with me in the car while going through
Oh, I've known a couple people that
assholes.
worked at those places. They're nice.
Do they work there now?
No, not now.
Assholes. Not those people, but the people who currently work
Okay,
there.
they got kicked out because they're not assholes.
Exactly.
So anyway,
They
the Josta truck, apparently he had went through one of those, and one of my friends...
And they were assholes to him.
No, my roommate worked there.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, he wasn't an asshole.
No, he
to
was
him.
a good guy.
His co-workers were an asshole to the guy.
And the Josta truck guy was like... he was like, so yeah, I'm supposed to have like case after case of this soda, and I have to deliver it. Do you know what I can do with it? And he's like, oh, there's a band playing at my house right now. There's a bunch of people there. And he's like, I'll give it to him. And so he drives to our house. Like, it was just like a mile away, but he drives to our house, and he gives us, seriously, there's probably like 40 people there, because there was like 3 bands and a bunch of people there to see the bands.
Yeah.
And he gave us all, like, everybody had, more soda than they could drink in a week. And then we filled up our fridge, because this is back when we just didn't know how to eat, so we ate Taco Bell every meal.
Yeah.
And we literally...
I still do. But,
yeah.
anyway.
Sometimes we get Chinese.
Yeah, that's true.
But we had zero in our fridge, nothing. So we filled it up with Josta Cola.
Yeah.
It was like one of those commercials where, a commercial where a guy opens the fridge and it's nothing but the product they're selling.
Yeah.
It was seriously like that for like 2 months in our house. Like, there was just so much Josta Cola, and it was all free. And it wasn't very good, but we were poor, and
Right.
we drank it,
Yeah,
and like
that's
we had
free.
it every meal. Like, it was like in our cereal, like we brushed our teeth with it. But Josta Cola, we had so much of that shit. Wow. And then, like, it kind of disappeared.
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
Yeah. I remember seeing it in the stores after that, like just for a couple months or something.
Yeah.
Then it was gone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Cool guy.
Well,
Cool guy driving the truck. I mean, he could have just dumped it in the river or whatever.
So, yeah, it's kind of a different, like the way you started out the story. I thought you were going to go in a different direction. Like, I had this band playing at this house, and all of a sudden this truck drives by, and he was sponsoring the band.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
No, this was like I forget who was even playing at our house. It was some local band, I think. But yeah, good times, Jostacola.
Good times.
So, movie? You gotta pick a movie?
Oh yeah.
Or did you want to talk about something else? I want to hurry and get out of here because your neighbor's light's on.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
During the break,
the show might be starting.
Yeah. During the break, you told me that the light is on in their kitchen.
So yeah, okay, yeah, I really got nothing. So yeah, what movie am I watching?
Miller's Crossing.
Ooh.
I've been wanting to rewatch that for a while, and you just mentioned you hadn't seen it.
Yeah. Coen Brothers.
Coen Brothers movie.
Second Coen Brothers movie we're gonna do.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Wow. Repeats. That means I can pick another Grant Morrison book someday.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Invisibles, here we go.
The whole run.
The whole run. We
sold an Invisibles Volume 1 to a guy was like, what's good in the store the other day? And I was like, Invisibles. And then he's like, really? And I was like, do you like LSD or 1984? And he was like, that sounds cool. So
I was born in 1984.
My initials are LSD. I'm Larry Stephen Damon.
I'm tripping on my acid right now. Because I'm a fucking frat boy.
I'm from Dayton.
Yeah.
Actually, he said he just moved here from...
Why am I such a fuck to people?
Yeah, Dayton's alright. I like Dayton.
Oh, I love Dayton too. I wasn't saying anything bad about Dayton.
No,
I was saying bad stuff about...
all the scum that lives here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you feel
Duh.
it. But yeah, never seen this guy before, and he buys an Invisibles Volume 1 on my recommendation. Hope he likes it.
Yeah, hope so too, because it's one of my favorite comics.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, you recommend books to people that you've read, like 30 Days of Night.
Yeah. I've never read that. I've never read anything by either one of those guys. Although I do like Ben Temple-Smith's art quite a bit.
He's pretty good. I watched, the last 5 minutes of 30 Days of Night, the movie, the other day. As I was working on my mom's TV, and it was on one of the paid cable channel things. And it was pretty bad. It was pretty fucking awful.
It's too bad.
Yeah.
The movie came after the book. Yeah.
Yeah. That's usually how that happens.
Well, not all.
Even though Steve Niles originally wrote the script as a movie.
Really?
Yeah, because he's one of those guys.
Crazy.
Untalented.
Oh.
Not Ben Templeton.
I can't say anything. I've never read anything that he's written.
You shouldn't. Ever. And I can't believe that you would deny that you read 30 Days of Night.
I've never
fucking recommended it to me.
I probably said something like, everybody says this is great.
No, you said, you should read this. It was really good.
No.
30 Days of Night. I think you'd really like it. It was really good. That is what you said to me. I was like, really? And you said, yeah. And I said, okay. I bought it.
Huh.
Yeah, that was you.
I don't know.
There's no one else who would recommend anything to me.
I swear I don't think I've ever read it. I was probably just lying then. No, I don't. See, I don't even do that. I don't pretend. Like, if someone's like, so, what's going on in the Hulk? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I don't pretend to have read it. So, I mean, I must have either said something like, I've heard this is really good, or like, I was confusing it with Walking Dead, or I don't know. It's weird.
Whatever.
So, yeah, Miller's Crossing.
Miller's Crossing, Coen Brothers, Gabriel Byrne?
Gabriel Byrne?
Or is that David Byrne? David Byrne does the soundtrack. That's what you're thinking. Nice. So I love me some Talking Heads and some David Byrne solo.
He's a weird dude. I guess he has
I do not like him.
I really, I like David. Apparently, he has a warehouse in New York that's like filtered with all these like pipes and instruments, and you can go there and like play it. You play the warehouse. It's kind of artsy.
Yeah.
I like. He's a good singer.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
I like the old Talking Head stuff and a couple of his solo albums.
He is as bad a musician as Gabriel Byrne is good an actor.
Wow, that's saying something.
So let's go watch Gabriel Byrne act David Byrne singing.
Okay.
Oh, I lost myself in a loop there.
Yeah.
Brain. All right.
Swelling.
All right, let's go watch a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gutter Trash can be downloaded at www.guttertrash.net, iTunes, Podcast Alley, and Feedburner. You can also find us at myspace.com/guttertrash_net, seanborn.net, and buyerbewarecomics.blogspot.com. Contact us at eric@guttertrash.net or jason@guttertrash.net. Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. We'll see you next time.